Alright, you're probably asking yourself, Jack, did you buy any test gear? Well, why certainly I did. That's one of the reasons I go to those swap meets. Test gear. Of course, it goes without saying, it's very obvious. I don't need a lot of this junk. I like it. I quit any time I want to. Look, man, I'm not hurting anybody, okay? Yeah, I can quit, but I don't want to. Okay? I'll stop it. Okay, so I bought this BK Precision 4011 Alpha 5 megahertz function generator. Does work. It's kind of cool, interesting, neato. I don't know why I bought it. I got a lot, but I like these things. I paid $10. Didn't even Jew with the guy. Just give it to me. This will probably be a video one day. I need to tear it apart and clean the controls. Controls are dirty. Little floppy foot. So yeah, kind of cool. But I like my other BK function generator a lot better. My 4070 Alpha. I enjoy that tons better. And then from the same guy, I bought this Wavetech. It's a 2 megahertz function generator. And as soon as I see a number, I'll tell you what it is. Well, it might be on the back, so you're going to have to wait a moment. This thing is awesome. I like this. I just wished it was more than 2 megahertz. But wow, this thing is super duper cool. Between this and the BK that I just showed you, this, I paid that. Didn't even Jew him down. It's a model number 19. Bad thing about it, switch on the rear. I hate that. Why is it so doggone hard to put the switch on the front, people? Otherwise, awesome possum sauce. I bought this Motorola amp. This is a 2 meter 50 or 60 watt amplifier. Let's see, model number N1275 Alpha. This is a nice little amp. Back in the day, no, I lied. It's not 2 meter, it's 440. Why was I thinking it was 2 meter? Huh. Well, I'll be. I tried it on 2 meters, I do believe. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back now. Anyway, wow, okay. Interesting. My excuse is I'm blind. I'm sticking to it. Anyway. Oh, no, it is 440. That's right. I did try it with 440. Back in the day, my story, I used to run, I've owned the 440 and the 2 meter version in the past. I'd bought an Elenco DJ580 2 meter 440 HT and used to run simplex. I wasn't really one for repeaters, so I ran simplex mostly. And you know, sometimes you get in a rag chew, and without realizing it, you keep that hammer mashed, and the radio gets warm after a while. And little HTs aren't designed for bucket mouthing. rag chewing. Needless to say, I melted that son of a gun. Even though I deformed it, it still worked. So I had an opportunity to pick up these amplifiers. Back then they were really cheap. Today, not so much. You'd be amazed what, if you haven't looked eBay and elsewhere, prices are going for. Just crazy, crazy money. The guy wanted $10. It's like, no, it's too much. Offered him $5, and he just kind of looked at me and said, "Are you serious?" And before I said, "Well, make me counter offer," he said, "Fine, I'll take it." So I gave him $5. Same story, no Cinch Jones connector. I've since bought it. That was another 15, 20 bucks. Amplifier does work, not a problem. I forget the wire pin out on this. I think this side here is the negative side, and this is the positive, and so it's going to be these two pins, and these two pins are connected to each other. So both are for positive, both are for negative. And like I said, yeah, it works. Hooked it up to my Wavetech 5VR 440, and I ran it through, now the vapor trails are leaving and I'm remembering. I ran it through the full spectrum and it did work. On the fringes, it started going a little QRP, low power, but full power elsewhere, not a problem. So now I am looking for the 2-meter version, but I am not paying the ridiculous highway robbery eBay prices. And then I picked up this ICO model 710 grid dip meter. This one came with all the coils. I don't have them right handy, or I'd show you. It also came with the manual. And since I was the first one to buy, because he had a couple of these, he gave me the manual and all the coils. $10. And it does fire up. It does appear to work. I've never used one of these before, and my assumption was that you connected it to the antenna somewhere somehow, but once I tried that I soon found out yeah, no, and I had to actually read the manual. So I hope my man card don't get void or marred somehow. So I got to teach myself how to work this. I don't know if there's any YouTube videos, but from what I could tell through the manual, not only can you check your antenna to see what the resonant frequency is, but you could also use this as an oscillator for working on radios. So I might have to experiment and test that. I think this display illuminates, and I can't remember if the meter does or not. Let me tear it apart and see what the innards look like. These were a kit, so I don't know if it has since been serviced since that original time or not. Not one of my purchases at the Ham Fest, but I have purchased quite some time ago this Nano VNA, which will do everything and then some more that grid dip will do as far as antenna residency is concerned. I like this. This is cool. Little side tangent. I am looking for the real thing. So one day I will get the real thing, but until then, this will suffice. Tangent over. Not tangent, but sideline. Whatever. And then I picked up one of these things. Always kind of interested about them. Yeah, I know they're not the not gonna touch what a real one will, but I figured, well, you know, it'd be interesting to dork with it. This is a model FG085. This is a function generator. I don't know, what is it, 5 megs or something like that? Could be 10 megs. I really don't know. Well, probably not, since it says kilohertz. I don't know. I'll have to work with it again. What I paid for this was way too much money. I think I picked it up for, I think I paid $20 for it. Didn't even Jew with the guy, should have, but it was my last purchase, well, no, my second to last purchase. No, it was my last purchase. And I was exhausted, made 3 rounds, bought a lot of stuff, spent a lot of money, and didn't have it in me anymore, I guess, for Jewing. It's $20 too much. If you ever have a chance to buy one of these, don't. It works, sure. Will it do the job? Maybe. But the wave patterns suck. They are horrible. Save your money. Buy a better product, an older product. Might not have as many bells and whistles as this do, but you know, for 20 bucks, 30 bucks, even 50, you could buy a much better product. And I definitely do recommend that over this. That's it. Maybe we will do a video on it. I don't know. If there's anything that I demo throughout this video that you want to see, by all means, chime in, let me know, and let's see if we can make that happen for you. This also did come with the wall wart. The wall wart is probably where the value is at. And this part right here. If I take this knob, screws, maybe I'll get my 20 bucks out of it. Who knows? I bought a Waveguide. This is a Frequency Engineering Laboratories, model number WDA Whiskey Delta Alpha 3712. Covers a frequency of 3.7 gigahertz all the way to 12.4 gigahertz. I've been wanting one of these for quite some time. Thought they were kind of cool. I own one now. This has in connectors on both sides, and that's primarily the reason I bought it. They don't always have those connectors. They will have the Waveguide ports on them, and I can't use those, so in connectors just fine. So what this is a frequency counter for microwave. And this one, it says that it's got a broken center pin RF, and it does. I can confirm that, and maybe if I get the camera right, but it's just one of the panels is broken off. Nothing major is going to happen. So worst case scenario, as you can see, I could replace it, but for my purpose at this point, I think it's going to be just fine. If it does become an issue, I'll change it. So if you input RF into it, and then by twizzling this thing around and watching that red line go up and down, somehow you're able to tell what the resonant frequency is of your signal generator and or your antenna. I don't know how to work it. I watched a few videos in the past. I need to do a refresher course. But since I do have a 18.5 gig generator, it would be swell to test. So nothing else. That makes one heck of a paperweight. I paid $5. Can't go wrong for a paperweight. I got a brand new car. No. Bought a Diamond Duplexer. I have a couple of these. I used to run them back in the day. But these things are getting crazy expensive. If you buy new or even go to the eBays of the world and try to buy used. Absolutely crazy. This one, can't remember. I think I paid $15 or $20. Really nice thick coax. One end is a PL259, and the other end is that connector. I forgot. Skips my brain real quick. And I just set it off on this thing. Like a goldfish at times. I can't remember 5 seconds ago. Alright, so let's look in the camera because I'm having a hard time seeing it in real person. So as you see, it covers HF, VHF, and UHF frequencies. So I'm looking for a lot of this stuff because they are so expensive. The coax that's on this is that Fujikura. Fujikura. Can you read that? Because I can't. 5 Delta 2 Victor 8? No. 5 Delta dash 2 Victor S. S is in Sam. Really thick coax. Nice long leads. About as long as your screen there. Cool. I bought this. I have no idea what it is. Neither does the seller. But for $5, you get a nice case if nothing else. I thought it was a stereo transmitter, radio transmitter, but I don't know. We will look at this in a future video, and then maybe you could help me figure out what that is. It's the mysterious black box. That's what it is. I just figured it out. Okay, these next two items I got from the same seller. And in fact, the seller was so frustrated with them, they were free. I gave him 10 bucks. I knew what they were. I know their value. Gave him 10 bucks. He was happy with that. So, yeah. This device, I do have the documentation with both of them. I believe. I know for sure with this one, but I also believe with this one. This is a MFJ. Remember what does MFJ stand for? That's right, Mighty Fine Junk. And I told that to him, and he and his wife chuckled. They really liked that. MFJ multi-reader, model number MFJ 462 Bravo. We'll come back to that in just a moment. You see the pouch. This is a MFJ dash 461. And this is a pocket CW reader. And so what do? Well, they do just that. They read CW, Morse code. This one here actually reads more than Morse code. It does packet and stuff, other things. I don't know. They do work. And he was frustrated with them because he could not get them to work. I connected them up and tried to use them as well, and I understand his frustration. I just got garbage on the screen, garbage in, garbage out. I do need to sit down and read the manuals a little bit more extensively, thoroughly, and also see if there is a video online. I hate beating the same drum, but I do have video issues, and reading for me at times is challenging, and I can't do too much of it in one setting. So I find videos to be useful, because I have a much bigger screen I could look at it on and pause it and rewind it and all that other stuff. I was just tripping on the fact that I got two little dots right here on the display. Wasn't sure if that was a button or what that is, but or maybe that's just one dot, a red dot. This one's got a speaker, so you could hear the noise. But it does not have a speaker out. That's one thing I would add to it, as a output speaker. So yeah, I'm gonna try these and try to get them to work better. It would be kind of snazzy. You hook these up to your radio, and if you don't know Morse code, or you don't know it that fast or that well or whatever, it'll spew it out on the screen for you. Hi, hi. Okay, this goes under the category of what the wife bought. She picked this up from the same seller that I got these from, and these were also on his workbench as free. All kinds of battery, tube socket, whole bag of vintage 9-volt battery clips. It's actually the first time I'm going through this bag. So we got a handful of tube sockets, battery clips, so that's it. I think we're covered for a while for batteries, but very nice to have, especially these. Man, you could use those elsewhere. It's porta packs. Yeah. So 4 of those, 2 of those, 4 of those, 2 of those, 1 of these, and six of those, and 10 of these. Different styles, but mostly about the same. Cool. Oh, and a whole bag set of these, but looking in the bag, looks like we got more of those. I have tons of these. When Radio Shack was going out of business the last time, I would have to go look at my receipt. But my receipts, I got 2 receipts from Radio Shack. They must be 10 foot, 12 foot long. I bought so much stuff. Lifetime of junk. I probably dumped $800 to $1,000 or something. I don't know. All right, so that's that. Let's see what else we bought.